Hello students, good morning. Last time I was discussing about the different types of or different properties of determinants. I had told you about 5 properties, first 5 properties. I think that was clear to you all. Today we shall discuss about the next 3 other 3 properties which is to be discussed today. That is property number 6, property number 7 and property number 8. Okay. So let us discuss these 3 properties of determinants and complete the question. Okay. So first coming to property number 6. I have already written here to see. Property number 6 is if every element of any row or column consists of the sum or a difference of 2 quantities, then the determinants can be expressed as the sum or difference of the 2 determinants. What does this mean? Now this property says, if we take a matrix, we find out its determinant, whatever value the determinant be, let's say it's 5. Okay. Now let us take another matrix and let us change either a row or a column. Let us add or subtract a particular constant from any of the rows or any of the columns, and again find out its determinant. Then the determinant that we found out in the second part, that will be either the number will be added or subtracted from the first determinant. Okay. Now this will be very clear if I take you a very simple example. Let us say I will take a determinant A, 1, not 1, let's say 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's say I take a matrix 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now what happens in this? Let us find out the determinant here. A determinant is how much? You know, 6 into 9 minus 8 into 7, that is equal to 954 minus 856. This is minus 2. Okay. Now the determinant here is minus 2. Now let us take another matrix where we change a row or a column, and either we add something or you subtract something from all the elements of that row. Let us take another matrix B where let us change the first row. Let us just add 2 or 3, whatever you like. Let's add 3. So let the first element be 6 plus 3 is 9, and second 7 plus 3 is 10. Then these are 8 and 9, let's be like that. Okay. So here what we have done, we have simply added 3, a constant 3 to each element of the first row. So 6 plus 3 is 9, 7 plus 3 is 10. So now let us find out its determinant. 9 9s are 81 minus 10 into 8, 80 is equal to 1. So what you find here? In the first matrix, the determinant was minus 2. In the second matrix, the determinant is 1. Why? Now this is what the property says. The property says if we add a fixed constant to one row or one column, that we have done here. We have simply added 3 in the first row. Okay. So now because we have added 3 here, so the determinant will be whatever determinant here we find out, the second determinant will be 3 more. Okay, so the first determinant was -2, means second determinant will be -2 plus 3. So it will be how much? So the second determinant is -2 plus 3, that is 1. You see, it is 1. So because we have added 3 here, therefore the determinant of the second matrix will also be added 3. Okay, so this is the sixth one. Now let's say what is the property number 7 in your book. Now property number 7 says, if to any row or column of a determinant a multiple of another row or column is added, the value of the determinant remains same. Okay, means if to any row or column of a determinant a multiple of another row or column is added. Let's take the same example here. Let be age 6, 7, 8 and 9. He says you simply multiply another row or column and let it add to the other matrix, then the determinant will remain same. Let's say 6 and 7, 8 and 9, this is matrix A. Let us take another matrix here. Let us multiply 2 with the second row and add with the first one. Okay, so second row 8 and 9, multiply by 2, so 8 2 is 16, 16 plus 2 is 22. 16 plus 6 is 22. Okay, and 9 into 2 is 18, 18 plus 7 is 25. Then this is 8 and 9. Okay, so he says if to any row or column of a determinant a multiple of another row or column is added, now the value of the determinant remains same. Now what we have done, we have simply added the first row with a multiple of the second row. Second row is 8, 8 row multiple which is 16, 16 plus 6 is equal to 22, 9, 9 multiple which is 18, 18 plus 7 comes to 25. Now if you do like this, the determinant of both the cases will be same. Let's see how much it will be. A determinant is equal to 954 minus 856 is equal to -2. Here let us see what happens. B determinant kete haba dekhiba. 22 into 9. 22 9. 22 10 is 220. 22 9 is -22. Let's say 198 minus 25 into 8. 25 into 8, 25 into 8, 200. So this is equal to -2. See here, the determinant remaining same. In this case it is also -2. In this case also it's -2. So what we have done here, we have simply added the multiple of the other row or column to the original row, and we take another matrix, the determinant also will remain same. Okay, this is property number 7. Let's say property number 8. Now it says if the elements of any row or column of a determinant are multiplied in order of the cofactor of the corresponding elements of any other row or column, then the sum of the products thus obtained is 0. That is, if you find out the cofactors of any row or column and we multiply it with the corresponding elements of the other row or column, then the sum of their products will be 0. Let's take the example from the book. The book has taken the example, let's say 473, then 804 5, 805 and 261. Okay. Now this is the third order matrix. What it says, you simply find out the cofactors of any row or column. Now whatever cofactor you find, you multiply it with the corresponding elements of the rows or columns, and if you sum it up, it becomes 0. Okay, let's say this is column 1, this is column 2, this is column 3, we know. So let's say we'll take the cofactors of column 2. So C, this one C, this is C1 2, C1 first to second column, this is C2 2, this one is second row second column, and this is third row second column. Okay, C3 2. Now let's find out the cofactors of these three. Let's take the why I am taking the second column, because I can multiply it with the third, I can also multiply with the first. Okay, so let's find out the cofactors of the second column. 7. What will be the cofactor of this C1 2? You see, leave this column, leave this row, whatever is left. Now left is 8 5 2 1. That becomes 8 minus 10 is equal to minus 2. 8 minus 10 is equal to minus 2. But this is first row second column, so this is minus 2. You know, this is because this is 1 plus 2 is 3, means this into minus 1 is equal to, it becomes 2. Similarly 2 2 is this. Now leave this column, leave this row, what is left? 4 3 2 1. Okay, this one you leave this row, this column, so 4 3 2 1. 4 in 1 is 4, minus 3 2 is 6 is equal to minus 2, because 2 plus 2 is positive. Now coming to the third one, here this column and this row, so 4 3 8 5 is equal to 5 4 is 20 minus 24 is equal to minus 4. Again it is because 3 and 2 is minus, so into minus 1 is equal to 4. So 2 minus 2 and 4. These are the cofactors of the second column. Now the property says, if you multiply the cofactors with its corresponding elements of other columns, then that becomes 0. Your addition becomes 0. Let's see what happens. First C1 2, this is 2 into its corresponding element of the third column is 3, plus this cofactor is minus 2 into 5, plus again 6 into, sorry, this is not 6, this is 4 into 1, that comes to 3 2 is 6, then 5, this is minus 2, minus 5 2 is 10, minus 10 plus 4, that is minus 10 plus 10 is equal to 0. Okay, so if we multiply each cofactor of the second column with its corresponding elements of the third column, then that becomes 0. Let us take the first column also. That's why I have taken the second column. You can multiply with the first column also. Let's say this is 2. 2 into 4 plus minus 2 into 8 plus 4 into 2. How much it becomes? 2 into 4 is 8 plus 8 into minus 6 minus 2 each 8 to the 16 minus 16 plus 4 into 2 is 8. So 8 plus 8 again plus 8 is equal to 16. Then this is minus 16. That becomes 0. Okay. So according to the third, if we multiply with the third column, if we multiply with the first column, then in both cases we have seen the result is 0. So this property says, if you find out the cofactors of any, you can also take the rows also. I have taken the column. You can find out the cofactors of the rows also. Now, if we find the cofactor of any row or any column, and we multiply with each cofactor with its corresponding element of the other columns, and if we sum it up, aggregate it, then that becomes 0. We have seen here we have multiplied in case of third column, and here we have multiplied in case of the first column. In both cases, the result is, you see, 0. Therefore, this is the eighth property of the determinant. Okay. So till now we have discussed all the properties starting from 1 to 8. I hope it's all clear to you all. If not, please refer the book, read the book, because this question carries much importance, because this question very often comes in long question section, that what is a determinant, what are the properties of determinant, and this you have to answer with all the 8 points so that you get good marks. Okay, so read the books and keep me watching. Tomorrow also I will send you a video. I will start a new topic tomorrow, because with this we complete the determinant chapter. Now we will come to the next one. I will see what is there in your book, and tomorrow I shall send you another video. My video will reach you most probably in the evening around 6 o'clock, because it takes a lot of time to upload a video in the YouTube. So today's video is it has already crossed 17-18 minutes. So therefore it will go through 3 to 4 GB data. It will take at least 4 or 5 hours to upload it. Therefore it will reach you by 6 p.m. Okay. So please do watch my videos. Try to learn what I say and tell your friends to watch. And I find that many of you are not watching the videos. And remember, this is the way that I will teach you. Because you will have no time for offline classes. With this, you will learn your lessons, and with this, when your college will reopen, you will straightly go to the exam hall. Therefore, there is no question of any offline classes. If at all you have, it's our luck. Okay, thank you very much. Please keep watching and tell your friends to do so also. Okay, thank you. Have a nice time.